bringing us in?
You go ahead, bring us in, motherfucker.
Oh, I thought you was bringing. I thought you was trying to give me a cue.
No, you go ahead, do the introduction.
All right, man. Welcome to Dudes Talk Shit, episode 27. This is your boy Trump, along with TJ, the Chicago kid, who ain't gonna say nothing,
What up, folks?
and Brian 3SL Lyles, who has a horrible fucking connection. God damn your connection. Are you on Wi-Fi or are you connected cellular? And now I can't hear you.
Who? Brian?
Brian's muted.
Brian's sound is completely off.
Brian, you just need a whole new phone.
Again, we'll be here when you get back, bro.
Yeah, go ahead and. Yeah, there you go. All right, so anyway, we're live on Dudes Talk Shit. First of all, I want to say something. We're taping this on Mother's Day, and that game was between Toronto and Philadelphia that just went off a few minutes ago was absolutely wow, mind blowing.
It was a nail biter.
That was a nail biter all the way to the very end when the ball was just
right. The ball just hanging on the fucking rim.
The ball was like, do I want them to go? Do I want? Yeah, let's go. Boom. And then it went.
That's some shit you see in like alley ball when you playing on the crates, where the ball just rests up on the corner of the milk crate and then fall in.
The ball was trying to make up his mind who it liked better.
Man, and you know Max Kellerman had said on ESPN that Kawhi was more efficient in the clutch than Kobe Bryant. And of course, Stephen A. Smith went off. You know, he just went off. Him and Jay Williams just went off on Max Kellerman. I can't wait to see that show tomorrow. I can't wait to see what he said. We like, I told y'all. He's in the
on first tape.
He's in the fucking.
Who said that? Max
Kellerman said it. Max Kellerman said that Kawhi is more efficient in the clutch than Kobe. That you want the ball in Kawhi's hand more than you want the ball in Kobe's hands. And when Kawhi hit that shot, he just make a stronger case. You know.
Well, I'll tell you what. I know. You know, Stephen A. is always gonna have a rebuttal. You know, he's gonna say, "That's one game, Max. That's one game, Max. Let's see him do it over the course of a career." That's gonna be his rebuttal.
Yeah, you know, he gonna go in the dictionary and look for some fancy ass word to introduce his vocabulary tomorrow on the show, because you know that's what that motherfucker do. Before every show, he goes through the dictionary, he picks out a big ass word and he rehearses it before he uses it on the show to make his funny headline having ass sound smarter than he actually is.
I like Stephen A, man. Stephen A is cool with me.
But you know, here's the one thing I want to talk about. You, sir, are full of shit.
What are you talking about?
You was supposed to start your juice on Friday.
No, I told you Monday. Tomorrow.
You lying dirty motherfucker. First of all, we talked about this on my last show.
I didn't start it.
Let me finish. I didn't even do my show Tuesday. So you were supposed to start Monday.
I was, but I had changed it to this Monday. Some things came up, man.
Come up tomorrow, you gonna change it to another Monday, huh?
No. Look, if something come up tomorrow, I'm just not gonna do it. But I am going to do it. I'm going to the grocery store tomorrow. I didn't get a chance to go the other day.
So you didn't even go to the grocery store, which means that you're not gonna do it tomorrow.
Man, I was at work all day yesterday. All day. I mean, I got to work at 8 a.m. I didn't leave to 7:30. So I will go tomorrow. I get off early tomorrow, 2:00. I will go to the grocery store tomorrow before my show and get all my ingredients. So I'll probably start tomorrow evening or after the show, something like that. But I will get everything tomorrow.
Yeah, I didn't do my show Tuesday because I think I got a concussion. I got elbowed in the mouth. I got elbowed in the mouth by, when I was rolling, when I was sparring. And the motherfucker got wild on me because he couldn't do nothing with me when he should have been able to do something with me easily. Caught me in the mouth with an elbow. So my whole shit.
Look at TJ. Look at TJ, y'all.
See, this is
how he look.
This is why I don't send y'all shit. This is exactly why. Whole fucking side of my face was swollen. And the part about it was when I left, only my lip was big a little bit. Then I went straight to the casino, won me a couple of racks, playing blackjack. It was a little swollen. And then when I got home, that picture. I was off.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, you gonna come to the studio on the show. Stress is talking. Yeah, you couldn't even talk, man. Lips is already big enough already. So
them motherfuckers, that motherfucker Norman couldn't even hold it. As soon as I gave him the picture, he was cracking jokes. I'm like, see, now you can't even use it.
Soup coolers. Yeah.
So don't. No matter what they do, if they send you that motherfucking picture Tuesday, you do not put it up. God damn it. I don't care what they fucking send. You don't put that one up.
Oh, I'm not putting that one up. No, I won't put it up.
Dirty motherfucker. I get Brian ass coming back.
Maybe yeah. So what happened with the show, man? Is B coming back?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Is Norman coming back, ain't he?
Norman coming back. Somebody, I don't even know if either one of them coming back, but I know somebody jumped their shit. What, Friday? They jumped their shit real bad about how she conduct herself on the show. And I just sat back and I ain't even say nothing. But I did at the end. I'm like, you do. It's like, he know what he signed up for. I'm like, no, I signed up for somebody that was going to go back and forth with me as far as the jokes, not somebody who feels like their only position is to argue. Like, I'm gonna make a list when we do my topics Tuesday. She come, I'm gonna give you the list. And I'm gonna give you real positions. I'm gonna take the opposite positions, and I'm willing to bet that every subject I bring up, she's gonna argue in the opposite. And it's like, but like, who do you think watches just to see us argue? Like, nobody.
It is funny when y'all argue, but sometimes I think. But the last show, I think she did maybe get a little. What she said was a little out of line. But I will say this, and we still can't hear you, Brian. Maybe did you get it?
Your microphone ain't working or something.
Something ain't working. We had this issue before with your phone, and I don't know what happened. Maybe you need to get on a laptop or something. But still nothing, man. Maybe you got a shortage. You stop buying them dollar store microphones.
Headphones.
Yeah.
Where they give you the key. Where they give you the key, you gotta go into the kiosk and turn it.
Yeah, you
got. That's what happened when you got an Android, man. Shit like
once you switch over to Team iPhone, you'll be good to go, sir. But while he's muted, here's one thing I bet you he'll get his mic straight for. Ayesha Curry. Yeah.
Oh my God, we gotta have a conversation about that.
We're gonna have a quick conversation on that because me and Brian got into a heated discussion about this on Wednesday during 420. We weren't on the show, we were behind the scenes, but we were talking about it. And what happened? Do you have his mic muted? No, you can't have his mic muted because you're not on the computer. Yeah, you can't have it because you're not on the computer. Only the person on the computer can do that. So look,
I could mute his mic. I just muted his mic. Let me unmute his mic. Let me see. Now it's not letting me unmute the shit. Let me mute it. Now it's not letting me unmute it.
Where are you on a laptop? You on a laptop?
I'm on my laptop. Yeah.
So there should be like a little camera or a little thing on the side where his thing is.
I know. It let me mute him. It won't let. Okay, now it's unmuted. It's unmuted now.
Talk, Brian.
That's
on your end now, Brian.
Right, that's on your end now, Playboy.
Take your headphones out and see if you can say something that way. Maybe like speakerphone or something. Are your headphones plugged in?
Out of the
phone.
The source, the phone, the whatever. Yeah.
Now if that works.
No.
Say something again. Put it on speakerphone. Oh, that's that Android shit.
That's that Android shit right there.
That's that Android shit right there. Because I see because I can see if his mic is on or off here too, and it's on. So it's not on our end, brother. Maybe you need to restart your Android and try again.
If at first you don't succeed.
Yeah. But yeah, so Ayesha Curry.
So what was your position, Trump?
My position was this. I'm gonna tell you my position. If she feels that way, I have no problem with her feeling that way. But for her to take it public, knowing her husband is a public figure, that's going to reflect on him. That makes him look bad. Because what it does publicly, I don't care what she meant. What it looks like publicly is that you saying your husband don't give you no attention, and he's in the public. He's a public figure. Now, what he did the other day was come back with a nice little post or whatever. He probably meant that for the public to see, but behind closed doors, he's probably like, "Bitch, don't you ever do that shit out in public." You know how that shit make me. You know, so that's a public figure, man. Your husband is a public figure. You don't come out your mouth and say no stuff like that. If you got a problem like that, go behind the scenes and talk to him. But no, you decided to take it to a talk show where millions of people want to watch, and now all this.
I chalk it up to a couple of things. The first thing I chalk it up to is she's what, 30 years old?
Mm-hmm.
I chalk that up. Yeah. And see, people might hear this and say 30 years old, but 30 years old to me is young. I know at 30 years old, there's a lot of shit that I know right now that I didn't know when I was 30, particularly about relationships, particularly about the opposite sex.
Oh, yeah.
That's first. Second of all, I think I chalked it up to Steph not really being the alpha male type. There's just certain things that, depending on the type of man that she's dealing with, a woman is not going to even remotely be comfortable to say certain shit out of her mouth. And I blame that partially on him.
True.
The third thing is that it sounds like, and it's sad, and I chalk it up to her immaturity and lack of knowledge or whatever, or self-discovery, but sounds like she's in her mind in competition with him. You should be able to understand why you don't have the same level of attention as a Steph Curry. First of all, Steph is not a looker. He's not the most handsome fella in the world.
Right.
He's not the most masculine appearing fella in the world. He's not big, stocky diesel freight train like LeBron. He's a little petite guy. So he's not getting attention for that reason. No women are checking for men with red hair, red skin, light skin with a gap in his tooth. No women are checking for that.
Wait a minute now, I got a gap in my tooth, nigga.
Now wait a minute, listen to what I'm saying. No women are throwing themselves. Brothers like that gotta work. They gotta work for it. They have to have some type of asset about themselves in order for women to even be checking for them. Steph Curry is the greatest shooter the NBA has ever seen. Steph Curry has a $250 million contract with the NBA.
Hear me now?
There you go. He has a shoe deal with Under Armour that makes him, what, $100 million. So, Aisha, you got to understand why women are checking for Steph. It has nothing to do with his appearance.
But here's my thing.
She's like, I've been with him 10 years and I understand women are throwing themselves at me, but it's like I get no male attention. Well, it's because you're average.
Well, here's my thing. I always thought
like you built like Bernie, like you built like Bernice Burgios, or you built like Delicious, or you got this curvy body. You're plain Jane with hazel colored eyes. So for somebody to even be checking for you, period, is miraculous. For you to even think that you should be getting the same, anywhere near the same level of attention to Steph Curry is just crazy to me. And then women have turned it into something completely.
Of course they did. They turned it into something completely different.
Because you heard me say this millions of times. We live in a society where women are not socialized to account for the shit they do and the shit they say. So they cover for each other. I've learned that men have more respect for marriage than women give them credit for, and women have less respect for marriage than they give themselves credit for.
That's here's my other thing. My other thing too is Aisha Curry has went out. She's put herself out on Twitter countless numbers of times, man.
Yep.
I'm talking about way before this incident. She has said things, certain things.
I'm at the gas station. I don't appreciate the men trying to talk to me. I'm engaged, not interested. What happened to all of that?
What happened?
What happened to all of that? Why do you not still have that same sentiment? You didn't want nobody hollering at you then when you was available. Now that you're a married woman, you still want that same level of attention. It's making you insecure because you don't get it.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing. It's one of two things. Either this. Either you either your husband's not giving you the attention you think you deserve, or it's I don't understand because you know you shouldn't have went out public. You shouldn't have went out public with it. Now you
I
have these
don't. I
feelings.
don't.
Okay, cool.
I
But
don't
you talk
agree
to your
with
husband about it.
nobody. I don't agree with nobody putting this off on Steph. Steph ain't got a goddamn thing to do with why she said what she said. What
She
they
shouldn't have went
do,
public with it.
what they do is they always find a way to blame the man. Steph ain't got nothing to do with this. He's done
Nope,
nothing. He's done nothing. He's done absolutely nothing. If she
nothing
say
at all.
I'm not getting, I'm not getting the attention from my husband, then okay, yeah, you can blame it on Steph. But you're not getting attention from other guys. Steph ain't got a motherfucking thing to do with that.
Exactly.
Nothing.
I agree. I agree. Now, yeah, if you'd have said your husband, I still think that should have been private. You know what I'm saying? I still think that should have been private too, even if you would have said it was your husband. That's private. Anybody saying that's okay to say out in the public, that's bullshit. That's complete total bullshit. And I stand by
She
that.
made me look like a sucker.
Go ahead, Brian, since we know you got the right answer. Go ahead.
Okay. Um, let's start off with this. She said right from the top that she felt, even though it felt weird, she felt there's some insecurities. Now keep this in mind. She just had her third child. She feels like in some sort of way, a lot of women feel some sort of way about how they feel, how they look, how they think. It just their mental, medical imbalance sometimes.
Okay, I
They
agree with
look,
that.
so sometimes they look at them, they can look at themselves in the mirror, they can look like, they look beautiful and all that, but somehow they see on the inside they feel some sort of way. And even though the fact that Steph can say to Ayesha a billion times, I think you're gorgeous, I think you're beautiful, you're this, that, and everything, but in her mind, for just for a moment, she just feels a bit off. And for her to
So
say that on Red Table Talk is pretty much just to sort of like, I wouldn't say just get some reassurance, just to let people know it's like, hey, I feel just like you feel. A
why?
lot of
What do
women,
people? What do people got
a
to do
lot
with
of
her
women think
marriage?
that, huh?
What they got to do with what the people got to do with her marriage?
It's not about her marriage. It's just how she feels.
But no
That's
no
what
no no.
makes
It is. It might not be about her marriage to her, but when she takes it public, it's about her marriage. That's how the public is going to
it's
perceive it.
not about a marriage. That
No
moment in
no no no
time,
no no
that
no 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 no
no,
no.
no, no.
You know
I heard you. I
you
heard you. I heard you.
yeah.
What I'm saying is, it's like what I heard in that conversation they had on Red Table Talk was it wasn't about a marriage. It was the fact that it's like how she feels. You see a lot of girls. That one picture. Remember several years ago, that woman looking at Steph very seductively, and in her head it's sort of like, well, why can't I get that attention? It just somehow women spark that type of insecurity from time to time. So it is just a weird conversation that they actually have. That's all. It's
Well,
nothing. Go ahead.
that's all in front of millions of people.
Yeah, because a lot of other women think that way from time to time. That's
Okay, but
all.
it's not that's all because number one, it would have been that's all if you had a conversation and you're not in front of millions of people. Your husband is in what people fail to realize. Okay, you and I or me or whoever, us, our point of view, we can say, okay, yeah, this is what she means, this is what she means. But fuck all that because in public, now you said it in public, and the way the public's going to perceive it, since your husband is out in the public spotlight, is that you ain't getting attention from your husband or the right attention. Your husband ain't doing something right. That's how it looks on him, no matter how she
That,
meant it.
again, that's how you perceived it. Now,
And this is
mind
how
you,
you perceive it.
no, how I perceived it is it's like,
Oh,
oh,
so the way you perceive it is the right way, period. End of
no, I'm
story.
not saying it's the right way. It's just like that's it. What I said is like some women
This
think
is
that
how
way
I
from time to
perceive.
time.
This is how I perceive.
Now, this is the right way. Yeah, based on what Twitter says.
Insecurity is the fact that like they're
Hold
And it went
on.
out.
And it went out.
Good old internet radio or television.
me the past 10 years, like I don't have any of that. Like I have zero, this sounds weird, but like male attention. And so then
Right.
I begin to internalize it, and I'm like, is something wrong with
You're
me?
not-
Isn't your husband a man?
Okay, so
Your husband's a man.
this is what I took from that. I took from it, unlike most people, I listened to exactly what she said.
Mm-hmm.
And what people try to do in order to minimize what she said or defend it, they change what she's saying. She ain't said nothing about she don't get attention from her husband. She said, and I quote, I know there are thousands of women that throw themselves at him, and I don't get, I get zero male attention. Meaning to me that compared to what her husband gets, she don't get no attention. Well, let me explain to her. Nobody is checking for Steph because of how he looks. It's because of how much money he has, how much fame he has, how much access he has. If Steph Curry was dead broke, nobody would be fucking checking for him. So she needs to do a couple of things. She needs to go develop a jump shot, develop some handles, come up with something that's going to give her the equal amount of fame, money, and notoriety as her husband. Then she'll get that same amount of attention. That sounds to me that she's in competition. My husband getting this attention, I ain't getting this attention. Why is what you're not receiving? Because see, what's going to end up happening is I don't want the attention, but I'm not getting it. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's like saying that I'm hungry, but I don't want you to make me nothing to eat. What? Even if you're hungry, you're hungry. If you want attention, if you're noticing you're not getting attention, you must want it. You must be looking for it. I ain't worried about no other hoes checking for me. I'm only worried about the one person that I fucking live with. Now, if somebody else checking for me, I'm cool. But I'm not basing my self-worth compared to the attention that she get. I'm not gonna do that. It made him look like a sucker.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
But again, you heard what she said in that statement. She said it sounds weird for her saying it. It does.
Then don't
but
say
again, you're trying to. Again, there's a lot of women who do think that way. I mean, that's just it.
But
and it doesn't matter. But no, it's not about like if it was Steph Curry. It's just the fact that why is it if you see a married couple and the married guy is he's like could be a handsome dude who could have just a regular 9-to-5 job, and mind you, a lot of women go to him and all that stuff, and the wife sits there. Wife could be just like Ayesha Curry. You know, TJ, you may think she's average. I think she's a very attractive woman.
I think she's very attractive, in my opinion. Well, I like red women, so my opinion don't count.
Right, but the thing is, it's like she kind of wonders. It's like, okay, well, he's attractive, I'm attractive, but no guy's coming up to me and all that stuff. It's just again in her head. It's just in her head. That's it.
I'm thinking some sucker shit, and here's why some sucker shit. I don't give a fuck how many women think that way. If any of us disagree with this, cut your balls off right now. All three of us know that a married man a man that's engaged to get married, a man that's in a long-term relationship, a man in a relationship whatsoever. Any man that would have said the same thing that Ayesha Curry said or felt the same way and expressed that openly, we will be talking about, man, she need the outpouring will be she need to divorce him. She need to take the kids. She need to take all his money.
Okay, understandable.
No way. There's absolutely no way no man could have gotten away with saying it. And then I've seen women say, well, man should have no opinion of this. How the fuck should a man not have an opinion of this when her husband was mentioned as the reason why, partial reason, because of the attention he gets, she's insecure because not because he's getting, she didn't say I'm insecure because he's getting a bunch of women throwing themselves at him. That's not why she said she was insecure. She said she was insecure because they're throwing themselves at him, but I ain't getting no attention. I'm getting no male attention. So her insecurity is not based on the fact that her husband might do something with one of these bitches. It's just that she can't say to him, well, I got hoes too.
And you know what?
And that's some sucker shit.
And let me say this.
Go
Let me
ahead,
say
Trump.
this. It's not even about, and you know what? I refuse to believe that she's saying she's not getting no attention. That's bullshit. Because look at it. I mean, to me, I think she's a very beautiful woman. She's getting attention. She's just not, like you said, she's probably not getting as much attention as Steph. So it's like a fucking competition thing. Or maybe you're just not getting the attention you want. You know what I'm saying? There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell she's not getting no attention. No way. Look at it. Come on, that's bullshit.
I got a tweet in my phone that I saved from Aisha Curry from March 18, 2011. She said at
These are her
Autoville
words.
getting a much car wash. Don't really need the men trying to holler though. I'm engaged. Geez, off the market. Which one is it? Do you want the attention or do you not want the attention?
It's like most women, man.
What type of attention do you consider permissible if you don't want the dudes to holler? Do you want them staring at you in public like you're a zoo animal? Do you want them, leaving flowers? What is it that you want that you're not getting? Because in 2011, you said, don't need them trying to holler. So what attention you want from me if they ain't trying to holler at you?
Mm-hmm.
It is just as simple. You look pretty tonight. That's it. Or you look good. You're doing great. It's just pretty much just something simple. Mind you, she don't want the full on, it's like, hey,
Okay.
when you're free and stuff. But like I said, it is, again, it's her insecurity. That was it. She felt weird thinking about it. She probably feels more weird telling about it. But then again, a lot of women think that way from time to time. That's just it.
So what's going to happen? What's going to happen?
Because you think a certain way, don't make it right though. And see, that's what we keep missing. Women keep saying, a lot of women think like this. They use a lousy bitch if you do. You got a whole man at home that has all these millions of dollars to give you this comfortable life, who's giving you children, who you're gonna get comfortable life. They're gonna have generations of wealth. And the only thing you can tell me that you're insecure about is because other dudes ain't paying you no attention.
Okay,
you're married.
Let me ask this question. What if the trend continues and she still don't get no attention? What's she gonna do?
Hold on, Trump. I'm on one. What happened to all this shit about loyalty? What happened to all this shit about loyalty? What happened to this shit about, man, if he could just be loyal, I need a man that's be loyal. Bitch, you don't sound like, well, I'm not going to call her bitch because she's somebody else's wife, but bitch, you're not loyal.
You go right back.
Why are you so fucking concerned? Why is your self-wealth and your insecurity means lack of security? Why is it that you feel a lack of security? Because men who are not your husband that's trying to do everything he can to give. Steph ain't never been in no shit. He's never been in no fuck shit. Not even remotely close. No rumors, no nothing. You keep your ass pregnant. So if you are insecure, which means lack of security, why is your lack of security based on the fact that men outside your husband aren't paying you any attention? That I don't get. I'm not justifying it. I'm not excusing it. And just because women keep hollering, women go. Look, I can't say that shit. Trump can't say that shit. Brian can't say that. No man can say what the fuck she said and not have his motherfucking ass drugged through the streets.
So let me ask you this. So what's going to happen if the trend continues and she still feels she ain't getting no attention from other men? What's going to happen?
Nothing.
Then why all of this in the first place?
Again, it was a conversation that came out, and you know how the internet is. It's a conversation that just went overboard.
And if you're a public figure, you need to realize that, especially when your husband is involved.
How you going to realize something based off of a conversation, a natural conversation that you're having?
And then natural conversation. There's cameras around there. What are you talking about? Natural conversation.
Because it was.
You got to be aware of. You got to be aware of your surroundings if you're in the public spotlight, especially if your husband is.
Are you aware of the questions that? Are you aware of the questions that you're getting to? Are you aware of the questions?
Do you know when you're in a public spotlight, when somebody asks you questions, you need to think about the answer when you're in a public spotlight before you give the answer. Think about the question.
You can sit there and be pausing. It's like, okay, and then try to circle around the question. That don't make any sense either.
Well, it's better than saying what you're saying.
We're trying to be honest. We're trying to be open.
Be open. How about you be open with your husband first?
She probably was.
Here's my thing. Why is it? And I guess this goes back to the age-old adage of double standards. Why is it so permissible for a woman to tell her truth or to open up about herself when it comes to her relationship. But it is like farting in a crowded elevator full of midgets for a man to do the same thing. No man can be on a national podium and talk about the existing problems or insecurities he has about his marriage. It is unmanly.
Oh, he'll
It
get
is
ripped.
unhusbandlike. It is a bad thing to take what's going on in your marriage, in your house, and put it on display for the world to see. But then women try to shame men. Women try to shame men. I mean, what is it that man can come out and say now, if anything? Besides, I'm going to support her in public, but admonish her in private. He can't come out, even if he feel like what she said was some fuck shit. He can't say it. Because we'll be sitting here debating on, well, she was speaking her truth, and he can't say nothing. So she puts him in a very bad position. He can't do nothing but act like he's supported. And most men are looking at him like, we know there's some sucker shit you doing. But to keep the peace in your house, because she was so reckless with it, you got to go a step beyond being a good guy, being a good role model, being a good image, keeping your nose clean. Now you're looking at your wife taking y'all inner workings of y'all marriage and put it. I tell you what, Jada and Will, I bet Jada, when Jada get up there and talk, she talk about problems they have in the past. She ain't gonna talk about problems they got right now. She ain't gonna tell everybody about the problems her and Will having right now. She'll talk about shit that happened 10, 15 years ago, but she's not gonna talk about the issues that's happening right now because you're supposed to work on that within the marriage. I don't need to know about your insecurities. I don't. I really fucking don't.
Again, the message wasn't fully directed towards you, even though it was open to the wide public. But for those who want to hear it, are those who felt the same way she did. That was technically what it was for.
Well, they ain't in her marriage. And that's the part you fail to realize is that she's married once again to a public figure, and you have to think about how this is going to look on your wife or your husband, either way, before you open your mouth. Period. I don't care what feelings are involved. You have somebody in a public figure, and like TJ said,
then technically they can't be a human being. Then that's what you're saying.
I'm saying technically. When you're in the public, I'm saying technically, you can be a human being all you want, but it's public figure. It's a public figure. If you in the public and your wife says something like that, come on, man, don't bullshit me. Tell me you wouldn't have you wouldn't have a conversation with her.
So again, you just want her to be the typical trophy wife. Just sit there, just smile and say nothing.
No.
Don't have an opinion about anything. Don't open her feelings and make people relatable.
So
is that what you want her to do?
So Brian, what you're
I want
saying
her to think about how it's going to make me look as a husband. We're
in
this together.
So Brian, what you're saying is you're advocating right now for Steph to come out and talk about his insecurities about the marriage, to talk about things
it's not about the marriage. It was never about the marriage. It's just how she felt.
So again.
He's still not
It has to be about the marriage when she introduced him into the conversation. Her insecurities is about the marriage because she's talking about all of the attention that he gets from women throwing themselves at them. That's a marriage. So how can it not be about the marriage? How can it only be about her when her insecurity is related to her husband's attention? It is about the marriage. So my question is if he were to start talking about his insecurities as it relates to something that she's doing, something that she's saying, is that okay? In our society, fuck and no. We be quick to tell a nigga, why is you telling your business? Why is you talking about what's going on in your marriage in the streets? I'm tired of women hiding behind the fact that they got to be a victim when they do something wrong. Oh, I did this. I'm a victim. I'm a woman. I should be. No, you just wrong. This ain't got shit to do with trying to suppress you as a woman. You can be wrong and not be oppressed as a woman. You could just be fucking wrong. And especially in our communities, too many times Men hold each other accountable while women enable and excuse their behavior. Trump can't do no fucked up. When Trump get drunk around me, what do I say, Trump? You was fucking drunk.
I'm
nigga.
too drunk to remember. I'm sorry.
You too fucking drunk.
I was too drunk
That's
to
me
remember.
holding him accountable.
Or pretty much your
But-
liver will never live long enough.
Right. But we had this thing
Well, so
where
be it.
when
Which is
women-
my time. It's my time. Fuck it.
when women have bad behavior, other women, first of all, they try to form some kind of perimeter around that woman from all criticism, from all correction, and then they'll take her off in the corner and maybe they might say something to her. But at the end of the day, like we was talking about this Aisha Curry on my Facebook. I got a former client that's a clinical psychologist. Me and her get into it. We're going back and forth about our opinions on it. Some woman jumped out of the blue, just jumped out of the blue, don't know me, just started attacking me, right? I let it go on. I let it go on. She continues, I let it go on. Then, of course, how I do, I light her ass up. Guess what that friends do? Why you going off like that, Thornell? Wait a minute. You just missed 5 or 6 posts when she attacked me personally.
But
We're
I'm
talking about
sorry.
Aisha Curry.
But I'm sorry. It doesn't
And
matter, TJ.
She
She's a
attacked me
woman.
personally. You didn't see none of that until I went off. Men hold each other. Now, if I would have started calling if I would have came into the conversation calling all kind of B words and H words, some dude would have came like, yo, why you talking to a woman like that? We hold each other accountable. Women enable each other. And this thing with Aisha Curry, all it is women enabling her. Enabling her, which allows them to enable each other, which allows them to give themselves an excuse for that same bad behavior.
Let me just conclude this by saying this. I have an open mind. I'm not stuck on my opinion. If somebody says something that I understand, like, damn, maybe I will change it. I'm not like that. I will change if okay, you're right. I'm not scared to be wrong. But on this topic, let me just say this. She should have, in my opinion, and this is all I'm saying, she should have said it. She should have kept that private between her and her husband. And that's all I'm gonna say on the topic, because we can go back and forth all day long. I've heard his opinion, I hear your opinion, but I'm not the asshole enough to change. I can change if I feel like I'm wrong. On this subject, I feel that she could have kept that with her husband. If she feels that way, cool. I understand you feel that way. Okay, cool. I'm not an agreed opinion, but I think you should have kept that between you and your husband. You in the public spotlight. And it ain't shit to do with being a trophy wife, none of that bullshit. It's got something to do, okay, if I love this man, if I say this might make him look bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have this talk with him. You can have a talk with your wife. Just because you have it in private doesn't make you a trophy wife. Have it in private. Just the same thing. If he felt the same way about his wife, if he went out in public, I'd be saying the same thing about him right now. Have it with your wife. Do you know how you made her look? Have it with your wife in private. Does that make him a trophy husband? No. To me, shit like that, public, whether you're in the public spotlight or not, should be private. There's certain things that should be private, period. And that's one of them.
That's you. That would be you holding him accountable. We can't hold women accountable because it's too easy for them to cry victim and have somebody answer that call.
Well, look. So, look, what else has happened since the last show?
Game of Thrones, goddammit.
Okay, now, Game of Thrones, I don't watch that show.
That's sad for you.
See, and I'm tired of people saying bullshit like that. That is sad for me because I ain't watched the show. Because I watched the first, I just can't get into it. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, all these Game of Thrones talking about.
How many episodes did you watch?
I can't believe you've never watched.
Hold on. Let me just ask.
No.
How many episodes did you actually watch to say you can't get into it?
A half of one. That's all I need.
This is why. This show has lasted for 8 seasons, and you actually think out of what, almost 80 something episodes, that you can watch a half an episode and get into the show. No, you can't. You gotta give it to.
Don't tell me what I can do. I can watch like The Walking Dead. I gave that a chance. I came in Walking Dead late, and I was like, I don't like all this shit. And I gave it. I said after episode 1, I'm gonna determine whether I like this shit. I liked it. I watched episode 2. I couldn't get into Game of Thrones. All that past.
You have.
I can't get into it.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm telling you some good shit for anybody listening. Fuck Trump. He don't matter.
Yeah, you hate another Game of Thrones.
In order to get into Game of Thrones, you have to go at least 2.5 episodes in. I guarantee anybody that gives it 2.5 episodes, you won't be able to turn it off.
Okay,
you will
this is what I'm gonna do.
You will binge watch until you get caught up.
This is what I'm gonna do because, like I said, I'm open minded. Let me see. The next weekend I don't have nothing to do. I'm going to, which is probably this coming weekend. I'm going to binge watch the first 3 episodes. As much as I probably hate the rest of this first episode, I'm gonna give it a chance.
You got to go through the first,
and I will let you know.
The first, in order to appreciate all of the shit you see on your timeline, on Twitter, on motherfucking Instagram, on fucking Facebook, in order to appreciate all the attention and the mention that this show get, you got to get through the first 2.5 episodes.
Oh, side note.
It starts so slow, but then it picks up like a motherfucker. And you're going to enjoy it because every episode somebody fucking.
Side note, I just sent the link out to a couple of chicks who said it was going to come on earlier. So we are playing what we call guest roulette. And we're going to see who tunes in, who pops on, if anybody. So 2 I'm waiting on. We'll see. So we're playing guest roulette.
Is there anybody that's been on the show before?
No, these are new people. Never been on the show.
Oh, shit.
No, never been on the show. So we'll find out. But anyway, Game of Thrones, I will give it a chance. But I'm telling you right now, my attention span is real short when it comes to TV episodes. My attention span is like that.
Back to the juicing diet.
Oh, this shit.
Is you doing it?
I'm going to do it.
Don't waste my time, Trump.
I'm going to do it. Of course, now you got me recorded.
I'm gonna be like your sponsor. I'm gonna be like your sponsor.
Oh God.
You got me recorded live in front of everybody. So yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay, so
I got this cruise coming up on July 8th.
Trump is going on a cruise in July. He's trying to drop about what, 20, 30 pounds?
See, I'm trying to drop like about 35, 40.
Okay. So we got 2.5 more months to go. Trump is supposed to be trying. No, we got 2 more months to go. Trump is trying to drop some weight. And the best way to drop some weight is to go on a liquid vegetable diet with juice and diet with smoothies and juices and nothing else.
But I'm saying you eating solid food.
What solid food you see me eat?
You just had a veggie plate the other day. You posted it on there.
I had a plate of fucking Brussels sprouts.
That's solid food. That's not.
Oh, you can do a solid food a day just as long as it's vegetable.
Okay.
As long as it's a green vegetable.
Okay.
I was Brussels sprouts. I've had broccoli and a combination of broccoli and asparagus today. So I'm doing good. I'm sleeping better. I got more energy. I just got to start getting elbowed in the mouth. That's all.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll do that. Then I'll go ahead and I'll start it. I'll start it tomorrow or Tuesday.
or next Tuesday.
I don't believe you though. I don't trust you. I don't trust that you're gonna.
You ain't gotta believe me. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, Trump. Let's see.
I'm gonna do it. Hey, look.
So Max Kellerman said that a week ago that Kawhi Leonard has a better performance ratio in the clutch than Kobe. He said it on the show with Jay Williams and Stephen A. Smith. Jay Williams got up and walked off.
I saw that.
Stephen A.
He said this on First Take?
Yep.
He said this on First Take. He said that statistically speaking, in the clutch, in those final moments of the game, Kawhi Leonard is better than Kobe. He makes less turnovers. He hits more low percentage shots. At right now, after this performance tonight, it's going to be interesting to watch First Take in the morning because this is something he's going to be able to gloat about.
But like I told you before we went on air, Stephen A. Smith is going to have a rebuttal. He has a rebuttal for everything.
It's some big words.
He's in, like you said, he's going to use some big words. He has a rebuttal for everything. He's going to give you a reason as to why last night or tonight was a anomaly. Why it's not going to happen again, or it's not going to happen as often as Kobe. Now Kawhi got a long way to go before he get to Kobe. What Kobe has done. So I mean, to compare the two right now, I don't think it's fair. You know what I'm saying? Kawhi did it tonight. You know what I'm saying? Can he do it over a sustainable period of time is another question.
Well,
I think that's the unfortunate thing with when you're trying to compare eras, and this era is kind of very offsetting because Kawhi is still, I mean, he's on a new team. He's coming off being up with the Spurs and really, he was supposed to be the man of the Spurs until they traded him off. And then him being in Toronto, now he's the man there. And Toronto's finally got over that hump of getting X'd out after at least the first or second rounds. So, but this is kind of like you said, it's a wait and see. I mean, we really don't. Kawhi's got another 10 years to go before he can be.
That's what I'm saying.
Anybody else?
So right now, to compare him to Kobe is laughable. It is a joke because he hasn't been around as long as Kobe,
right?
And the times that he has been around, between now and then, let's say it. We're not talking about who's the best. We talking about clutch situations. Kawhi has nowhere near the clutch game-winning situations that Kobe has had. So let's be real. Will he in the future? That's still we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have the potential after tonight? Yeah, he does. Potential and actually doing it, two different things.
Well, I will say it's going to be interesting tomorrow. I know that Stephen A. Smith wrote down about 10 big words out of the dictionary that he didn't locate that he plan on using tomorrow that he ain't never used before. So it's going to be interesting to see the fucking argument tomorrow.
I know. Hey, look, y'all. I got 6% left on my iPad, so we got to start wrapping it up. Let me just tell you.
Why you didn't plug the motherfucker up?
Because I thought my computer was going to work. And look, I had less than this, but I charged it, when I found out my computer wasn't working. So I didn't have time to charge it all the way up.
I be wanting to tell you so many times that you pathetic, but I ain't even found the time to say it yet. But
I know it's hard for two pathetic people to call each other pathetic.
You're pathetic. You're really pathetic.
It's hard to do that. But let me just
It was one more thing I wanted to talk about, and I didn't even get a chance to talk about it. Fuck.
We're gonna do a dudes talk shit while I'm on cruise too. I'm gonna just tell y'all that right now.
I'm gonna tell you right now, when I'm in Cancun, I ain't doing no fucking show.
Well, that's Cancun. I'm gonna be on the boat for most of the time. You're gonna be out on.
That's if you get some internet. They different on the boat about fucking internet.
I'm gonna purchase internet. That ain't no problem. I'm gonna do that.
They let you purchase internet, but then they tell you some shit like you can't stream on it.
Oh well, then we won't be doing the dudes talk shit then.
Anyway, where can they find you, Trump?
They can find me at the Good Trump. My profile is private, so if I look at your profile and I don't like you, I won't accept it.
So all you ugly hoes.
Yeah, so all of y'all out there. Speaking. Oh, let me say something real quick. I got two things to say real quick for my iPad die. Number one, I went out on a nice little date. What was it? Yeah, last night. I went out on a nice little date last night, and we gonna come back to this subject too. And she was white and Puerto Rican. And short little thing, man. Borderline midget, but she wasn't a midget. She's like 4'11". 4'11" is not a midget. That's not a midget. That's not considered a midget. No. Okay. So she was 4'11", and we went out. We went out to Outback. I love Outback. We went out to eat and everything. And all of a sudden, I turn the other way. All of a sudden, I feel something on my ear, and it's her nibbling on my earlobe. And I'm like, what you doing? She like, you have pretty ears. Have anybody ever told y'all got pretty ears?
Yeah.
Okay, but no, it's not a problem. But the way she said it was like she has an ear fascination or something. So we get in the car, she started playing with my ears.
Okay.
That's all you telling us?
Oh no. No, but the way
you was driving and then she just played with your ears.
I ain't finished.
Story, Trump.
I ain't finished. I didn't finish. So maybe
we on the finish. Come on, let's go.
So anyway, then we in the car. I'm taking her back because she live in Virginia. She live off Duke Street in Alexandria, Virginia. So I'm taking her back home. Next thing you know, we going across the Woodrow Bridge. I don't know what happened. It closed last night, so we was in the bridge over the bridge for a while. Next thing I know, she starts unbuckling my pants, taking my joint out, and performing the do. Wow,
On the
here's
bridge?
on the bridge while still playing with my ear. Now, let me count the whole time. Never let go of my ear. The whole time.
Again, what's the problem?
Again, I didn't say it was a problem. what I said was it was a little weird to me. I said maybe I never had met anybody with like an ear fetish before. Have y'all, that the feet fetish know that, but the ears to the point where the ears.
You know what? I think that's disgusting, and I want to have a talk with her to tell her how disgusted she is. You know, you could text me her phone number, and I'm gonna send her a message right now.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Let her know
Yeah, wait, please.
how disgusted I am with her ear antics.
Please. Oh, so the last thing before I go, this is going to go out to Mr. Vince Russo. Mr. Russo, if you're listening, you are going to come on the show. We tried to schedule you. I understand Sunday nights are not good for you, but you're going to come on the show. I hope you're not afraid of 3 black people. You coming on the show, and we're going to make it happen. As a matter of fact, Dudes Talk Shit, episode 28. We want Vince Russo on the show because when I talked to you last week, you said you'd do it. We're going to hold you to that, or we're going to hound you on every
What we gonna
podcast
talk
we
to him
do.
about? I got so much stuff to say about wrestling.
Wait, it's not just, but see, here's the thing. We can talk to him about wrestling. That's easy. But we can talk to him a little bit about wrestling. But we got to talk to Mr. Russo about a whole lot of other stuff outside of wrestling. Okay? And here's another condition. And I promised him this, so we're going to have to do this. We got to get a big boobed girl on the show.
A big booty girl?
No, big boobs. Big titties.
Big booty girl?
Big titties, yes.
Okay.
All right. So look, I'm telling y'all now. Dudes Talk Shit episode 28. We getting Vince Russo on this show. And that's it. That's all. Because my Joan is about to die. Ain't last words. Where can they catch you at, TJ?
They can find me on Twitter on Jokes Galore. They can find me on Instagram, TJ_Chicago Kid. And if you want your ass whooped, you can come out to Capital MMA out in Alexandria, Virginia, 7 o'clock in the morning, every morning, Monday through Friday. I'll be there. I'll fuck you up.
Yeah, he will. Yeah, you need to. He will. And that's how often are y'all there?
I'm there 5 days a week.
5 days a week. So I'm gonna tell you how much he gonna f you up, y'all. And he'll look like this. So make sure you come on out to Capital MMA and come on out there, and there you go, right there.
See, you still on that, huh?
Okay. Where can they catch you, bro?
Instagram BTB Pics. So, and I'll be producing the next Rip Monday night tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, and we gotta change. We gotta change that BTB.
Yeah. You got to
change that to the Brian 3SL Lives or something, man. The BTB Pics. I don't know where that shit came from. But all right, y'all. Dudes Talk Shit episode 27. I hope TJ recorded it, because if not, we just completely wasted our time. And
now we still recording. I'm getting ready to shut the broadcast off now because your ragged ass iPad ain't got no
battery power.
Oh no!
And I'm going upstairs to get my ass in the bed because I got to get up and get my son on the bus. I got to get up at 5 to get him on the bus at 6. So
we'll see y'all on the next episode.
Peace out.